Looks like the fight I wanted to see is not going to happen. Turki Alalshikh has says he's not interested in the Dimitri Bivol and David Benavidez fight. He said he will not bid on it and basically told Dimitri Bivol he knows where his bread is buttered. It looks like Turki Alalshikh is throwing shade at WBC, but let's hear what Mauricio Sulaiman has to say. I don't own the rights to this content. It's for educational purposes only. Here's Mauricio Sulaiman on IFL explaining the situation, how he sees it.
Give any credit to a Ring magazine belt, which only threatens the credibility of the sport. I am very upset because they just declared a few days ago that the rankings of the organizations are corrupt. And if you touch my WBC, I'm gonna fight back. I don't care about the Ring magazine because they are a business. They make money. They are biased. And that is not boxing.
Is that the pot calling the kettle black? He accuses Turki Alalshikh of being biased. Well, people feel the same way about you. It's funny how right away, when David Benavidez moves to 175, he becomes the Mando for Bivol. Or he became the Mando whoever won that fight. Right away. But he was the number one guy in the WBC at 168. And this is no shade towards Canelo. But I heard Canelo fans, Canelo fanatics, telling him to enforce the mandatory. They tell him, if you want to fight with Canelo, enforce the mandatory. And I understand that. But did he have to enforce the Mando to get the Bivol fight? I mean, in both weight classes, he had the WBC interim. Why did he get the Mando in one and not the other? Boxing fans been saying for years or decades or centuries have been saying the organizations are corrupt. And now Turki Alalshikh is trying to get rid of all that and make one belt, one champion. I don't know if it's going to work because that's a big process he has to do, but that is what he's trying to do. In my opinion, Turki needs to slow down. He's trying to correct boxing and he's trying to do it too quick. Just slow down and breathe a little bit. Now, the other thing I think that pissed Turki off was that David Benavidez didn't even stay for the main event. Now, I don't know his situation. He says it's a family emergency, but it's a 12 to 15 hour flight back to America. And now you hear these naive boxing fans saying that Dimitri Bivol's ducking David Benavidez. But when you really look at the big picture, David Benavidez did not want this fight. David Benavidez wants to collect a vacant title. I tell you why. Because he kept putting all these roadblocks. If the PBC's not involved, I don't want to do it. If it's not in Las Vegas, I don't want to do it. David Benavidez has no interest in fighting in Saudi Arabia, even if it's for undisputed. I can remember his words like yesterday. I'm a Vegas fighter. I built my fan base here, so I don't really want to leave Vegas. I want to fight in Vegas. And you hear boxing fans like Marco Ramirez telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. If I knew boxing, I would know fighters are better, more athletic, they evolved. Yeah, they did all that. They evolved, they're better athletes, the whole nine. But what they don't have is the grit. You think of Aaron Pryor, Julio Cesar Chavez would say, well, I'm not fighting anywhere but Mexico because that's where my fan base is. I don't want to leave Mexico because I'm trying to build my fan base. I just barely build my fan base. Chavez did not talk like that because Chavez was a real monster. Aaron Pryor was a real monster. James Toney was a real monster. They will fight anywhere, especially to get the title, to become undisputed champion in the division. In the 80s, they'll fight you anywhere. They'll fight you in the alley, bro. Today's fighters are not the same as 80s fighters. And that's one of the things I try to tell people, the grit. But anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Let me know what you think about Turki Alalshikh having no interest in the Bivol Benavidez fight. Jay Beasy, I'm gone.